R- Oh, it tells you. Huh, cool.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for either clicking on this video, jumping on tonight, and I guess tuning in. My name is Josh Ragles. I'm 29 from Melbourne, Australia. I've actually been involved in this company now for over 6 years, and obviously super biased and been able to achieve some amazing things, not just for myself, but also thousands of people across the globe. And why I want you guys to get your pad and pen out today is because what I'm about to share with you, I think, is the best way on planet Earth for the average person to not just make money, but learn a skill set where they're going to be in control of their own financial future. And obviously, I speak pretty passionate about this, and it's because I am, but I never used to be so passionate about it. I went to school here in Melbourne. I dropped out of school when you're 11 to work at KFC. And as most people would expect, when you're dropping out of school to work at KFC, you don't really think that you're going to have an above average lifestyle. You don't think that you're going to be able to achieve many things. And I ended up leaving KFC at 21 and got a job in the corporate world in sales. And for the first time, it was probably I guess, a good period of my life where I started to feel self-worth. I started to really value myself as a human and think that I could add value to different companies. But the one thing always happened after I left that job. I went to another job, and the same feelings and the same things always kind of like, I guess, recycled throughout my life. And that was, I could never see what I was doing being the end goal. Saying like I couldn't see myself doing that until I was 65, 75 years old. And one of the things that I usually tell most people these days is have a look around the people in your workplace that are a lot older than you, and tell me if they're happy. Tell me if they're really enjoying it, because every job I've ever had, whether it was working at the bank or in sales or recruitment, it was always seeing people that were 50, 60 years old, and all of them bitched about their job. All of them bitched about their work. And the thought of me doing that for the next 50, 60, 70 years of my life was terrible. So then I did like what most people should be doing is I started doing a lot of personal development. I started reading a lot of different books. I started, researching financial experts, billionaires, economists, really trying to figure out how wealth was created. And I stumbled across a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you've never heard of Robert Kiyosaki, he's a wizard in the finance game, and he wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is the #1 selling book of all time on wealth creation. And in this book, he actually talks about something called the cash flow quadrant, and he basically divides it up into 4 parts. So you can see here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and he says there's 4 ways on planet Earth to make money. So you can either be you can be an employee, you can be self-employed, you can be a business owner, or you can be an investor. And the cool thing about this, and once I heard this and once I read it, and you can go read the book, Google this online, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, is that if you're an employee or self-employed is like a tradies or gym owners or something like that, where you're still trading time for money. You're basically that's 95% of the population, and you're fighting over 5% of the world's wealth. Now, on the other side, business owners and investors, that's 5% of the population, and they're fighting over 95% of the world's wealth. Now, it's not just that. It's not just because you're a bunch of seagulls and there's only a few chips that everybody's fighting over. There's so many different reasons why you don't want to be an employee or self-employed. One, it's you're trading time for money. It's the biggest trap that society, school, everybody teaches you to do. It sets you up for failure. You can't get rich by a job. Not many people. And even if you earn good money in a job, sometimes people go, I earn incredible money. I earn amazing money, but my lifestyle shit. You speak to anybody working in the mines that does FIFO work and they're pulling in 4, 5, 6K a week. They still might be earning good money, but they hate their life. They're resented because they can't spend time with their family or their kids or their loved ones or do the things that they want to do. And everything on the left side sucks. You're always in debt. You're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're trading time for money. The banks love it. There's a reason why society wants you to be on the left, and there's a reason why it's so difficult to make the jump onto the right and be a business owner, where you leverage your time, like owning a McDonald's, where you buy into a system, or being an investor, because unless you know people that do this, it's extremely risky. And people think that you need a lot of money. People think that it's so difficult to get into. And most of all, everyone's scared of failure. Yeah, it's something that we need in our life. You need to fail, but everybody's so scared of it. They never really step outside their comfort zone. And the best thing that I've done over the past decade of my life is really try to figure out the best way for people to make money. And I've had many different ventures, had some amazing success stories, and I've also had some amazing failures. But the one thing that I've been doing passionately and full time for a long time now is trading. And this is what we're going to present to you today, is the platform and the service that we can provide to the average person for very little risk, very little cost, to be able to allow you to start learning a skill set that's going to allow you to take control of your future. Because it's not about just making money right now, because you can go do that, go get a job or something like that. What we want you to do is learn a skill set where you're going to take financial control of your future, where you don't have to worry about Corona, you don't have to worry about the government, you don't have to worry about job security, you don't have to worry about retirement or anything else like that. As long as you've got internet, which I can't see going anywhere, and as long as you've got a laptop or a phone, you should be able to make money from it and not have to worry about job security. Now, if you've never heard of what Forex is, guys, or trading, I'll give you some examples of some ones that I'm sure you would have heard about, especially with the way, I guess, the world's going at the moment. So you got stocks, think about Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, and that does around $32 billion a day. So a fair bit. You've obviously got cryptocurrency, which is a digital asset, digital coin. That's quite famous just because of the big boom and a lot of hype around it. What we do is we do the foreign exchange market, and specifically on this call, it's going to be actually HFX, which is high frequency Forex. Now, if you've never heard of what Forex is, it's short for the foreign exchange market. It's the largest financial market in the world. It does, I think, upwards of over $6 trillion a day now. So when I was comparing it to the stock market doing 32 billion compared to 6 trillion, you realize that it's why it's the largest financial market in the world and why it's so easy for the average person to come in, take a clip and get out. And you're still always going to be a blimp on that radar. Now, over the past 6 years, I've had opportunities to fly to New York and work for hedge funds. I've been able to get training and mentorship from all different people from all around the globe. And I think what we've got now is something where we've got a perfect system for the average person to be able to come in and plug in with very little, like I said before, very little risk, very little knowledge. You've got all the help and support to allow you to start making money very, very quickly and build that skill set. Build it up while you're growing your account, compounding it, so on and so forth. So I'm definitely excited for you guys to learn exactly what we do and why we do it. It's something that has definitely helped thousands of people that I personally know across the globe. The person that's going to be explaining it to you is my main man, Dom. I was lucky enough to meet this gentleman. Wow, it was a while ago now, Dom, wasn't it? It's probably coming close to a year. And yeah, phenomenal dude. It's amazing how the universe kind of puts you in the right place at the right time, because I don't think we were meant to meet, but we did, and it's been amazing. And obviously we connect on so many different levels. And when he started trading, he's got a great rig, so you know that he's got a great work ethic. But he's when he started trading, he took everything. He was super coachable. Like most people, you start off a little bit skeptical, worried, you don't want to lose money or anything like that. But he understood everything. He put his head down in the books, and he's been able to not only make some really good money for himself, and through COVID, when everybody lost their jobs and everything like that, he was able to sustain his growth and actually make more money, which was fantastic. But he's been able to help a lot of people as well. So he's definitely someone that I've got a huge amount of respect for, a huge amount of time for, and I know that anybody that he looks after is in the best hands for them to get success as well. So Tom, appreciate you, mate. Appreciate everything that you've done for me personally over the last year. And yeah, listen up, guys. Get your pen and pens out.
Thanks very much, Joshy. I know you're a very busy man, mate, so I do appreciate it immensely for taking your time out to do this. And you're too humble. For those who don't know, Joshy is extremely successful in various different businesses, not just this. And so he's a very hard man to get hold of. But we are both collectively working together to really push this and expose as many people as we can to this, because we do genuinely believe that it is a solution for people out there, like how it fixed my solution and can fix a lot of other people who are going through a lot of issues financially, time-wise, also having that quality of life. Because as Josh mentioned there, for me, before I found out about this, I was 100% skeptical. I always had an interest in trading, but I never really knew where to go. I didn't know anyone in Australia at all before I'd met Josh who had done it. And the only one things I'd seen previous to that was I'd seen people from America or the UK, and us Aussies were super skeptical as it is, and I just didn't want to get involved in someone who I didn't know personally. So luckily, connected with Josh, and he showed me this, and I'm super grateful for that, because it came at a time in my life where just over a year ago, when all this COVID stuff first kicked off. I came from Victoria. I'm living up in Queensland now, but during, as we all know, in Victoria, we're locked down. You guys are just still currently in it now, although it looks like you're about to come out again. But for 9 months, and during that time, I lost 7 different businesses. All those got closed down for that period of time. So I lost a lot of income coming in, and that was very, very frustrating. And it was a very crisis point in my life, to be honest. And like I said, I'd known about trading. I knew that it was one of the only things I could still possibly do when we had a 5K restriction. We couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, couldn't see family, couldn't see friends. Like, it was just a nightmare. So I knew I needed to make money. So this is how I came about with this. And, I'm very, very grateful for it, because now I've made that transition into a full-time trader. I still do other things because I think it's very, very important. But because I am able to make, good income whilst online, just using my laptop, I get the whole day to myself. I get free time to be able to do other business ventures. I still do my online personal training. I still do online Instagram influencing, fitness modeling, podcasting. Like, I do a whole heap of different stuff as well. But this allows me to do that because I'm not working 9 to 5. I'm not stuck in an office or any of that kind of rubbish. And also, what's good is this has also seemed to be COVID proof as well. And that's been very, very important, because we don't know what's going to be going on further as the years progress with today's world. So, again, I want to thank you all for being on this. I'm going to run through how this trading works. I'm going to do it relatively briefly. Okay. So please get back in contact with me or Josh or anyone that you've seen that have shared this or showed this video to you, and you can find out a little bit more about how we go about it. But I'm just going to share my screen here really quickly. So we have this playing at the same time. So basically, again, I also initially thought, guys, that you'd need to have be really smart at school. I thought you needed, some kind of stupid degree or something like that. I just didn't think I was smart enough. I just got through school. I'm a jock, 101 jock. And I just thought I wasn't smart enough to do this. But the good thing about how this system works is it's very A to B to C to D, and it's a really good education platform. So essentially, guys, you enroll to a subscription-based education platform. It's a monthly membership, just like Netflix, things like that. So, there's no locking contracts. You can go month to month. Even though I know how to trade now, I still pay my monthly subscription because of the information that's involved. It's not just video tutorials on how to trade, but there's also live education where educators come on, full-time traders who trade with a hell of a lot more and earn a lot more than 7-figure traders, 6-figure traders come on, and they will share with you firsthand what they're looking for, show their charts, show live trades, call live trades. And for me, that's awesome, because I don't want to be stuck to a computer, for 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Like, that's not the purpose of this. For me personally, I just want to be able to come on 1 to 2 hours a week, make my trades, get in, get out, so then I can still have the lifestyle that I want and do the other things that I need to do, right? And hopefully that appeals to you as well. Now, as you can see in here, guys, this is the platform that we use, as Josh mentioned, was HFX. Now, this is through IM Mastery, which is Trade House Australia, essentially, which we've aligned up with. But when you get enrolled into the program, right, you come into here, and as you can see, you got a whole heap of toggles here, but you got the IM Center, and this is basically the education platform part of it, right? The how-to guides, the videos. It's really, really, really good. And I found this super beneficial for myself when I first got started, because it just takes out a lot of, especially now, there's a lot of information, free information on YouTube and Google, but a lot of that stuff, it isn't guided. It isn't like follow this. It's also run by a lot of corporate entities that also want to entice every Tom, Dick, and Harry into the market, because that's very, very easily manipulated. The good thing about this, and why this is so important as well, is this formula has been created for people to understand how the institutions and that manipulate the market and how they dictate things. So we learn basically how that they learn to trade, so then we don't get manipulated like the normal retail space does, right? So when you go through here and you get enrolled into the program, you come into academies. Now into academies, obviously we're doing high frequency. There is many ways, like different styles of trading. This is the particular one that I'm using at the moment, and that we're using, me and Josh, through our organizations, because it's being able to get results relatively quickly, right? And really cut down that learning curve. You come in here and then you go to HFX Academy, and this brings down a whole heap of videos, right? Now I'm not going to play these, but you literally just follow through. You also get a step-by-step PDF guide to show you this in case you forget, do this, do this, do this, do this. And obviously I'll help you as well throughout. Click the video, simple, it plays, you listen in, take notes as you go. You got a whole heap of content in here, right? But the thing is with this content, I just don't want you just to sit there and listen, because I know how I struggled with that in school. So there's some other things that I want you to do whilst you're watching these videos to better help retain the information. And that is just to start to apply some of the things that they're talking about and see if you can look for it. Now, how to best do that? Well, we go to this thing over here called Trading View. Now, when you first get TradingView started, it's not going to look like this. I've gone through and edited a few things. Now, this is a free platform. That's just a web-based platform that you can sign up to. You still have to sign up to, even though it's free. I've bought the pro version. It's like $11 a month. That's just so I can have some couple of screens here. I can do some other different things. And I do recommend eventually doing that once you have started to make some money. You can get away with still using the free version, but eventually I do recommend getting the premium version. Now, again, I'm not going to, a lot of this stuff can look really confusing. I know when I first looked at it, I'm like, holy crap, what am I in for? This seems really, really daunting, and I don't think I can do this. And that's important to know that it's okay to have that feeling, because as I said, I did, and I think everyone does. It's only natural, because this isn't natural. It's not taught at school. I wish it was, because I think we'd have a much different society if we did. Now, without, again, not going into too much detail, these charts here, what we're seeing right now, we're looking at a currency pair. So Josh mentioned that the Forex currency, right, it's massive, $7 trillion. And it's essentially, when you've ever gone overseas and you've converted your currency into another currency, you actually have contributed and participated in the foreign exchange currency. So this is how we can trade on the foreign exchange market, like the banks and the institutions, but on a retail level. So every candlestick that you see here, because this is currently the 1 minute chart. So every candle here represents 1 minute, and the black candles, obviously price is going down, and the blue candles, price is going up. Now, same thing over here, but this is just a 3 minute chart, and every chart here, every candle, sorry, represents 3 minutes. Over on the side here, we've got our different pairs, which you can see. I set all this up with you guys. So when you first get started, I'll show you how to do all this, how to add all this in, so you don't need to stress too much. We also got some other charts down here, which are indicators. These are really good. These are basically helping us indicate what way the price is going and what we should be looking out for. We show you how to add all them in there as well. So when I have this set up for you, right, which we will in our first call, as you're going through the videos on how to learn how to do this and how to read these things and how to add the indicators, I want you to have this chart open as well, because you can better apply and start to pause the video and see if you can see what they're talking about, understanding those kind of methods, which is really, really good, right? Now, once you've gone through a few of the videos, we'll do another call, you and I, see where you're at, and then we'll then open up the brokerage account, which is basically how you're going to be able to make money off this form of trading. Right now, there's a few different brokers. This is the one that we currently have, that we're using at the moment, just because you can open up a demo account. We'll talk more about brokers when you get to that point. I don't expect you to, open that up straight away. The good thing about this is, as I said, you can open up a demo account. As you can see here, free demo. You click that, it will literally open up your demo account. It should open mine up now that I already have, that I used to show. And again, the reason why we have a demo account is because we want you to make all the mistakes you need to make using fake money, right? If you happen to blow this account, you can add top up as much as you want. So once you've clicked onto open free demo, you set that up, then you're going to have something like this, right? Again, this is where we are basically going to be making our trades and placing our trades based on what we see in here when you get to that point. All right. Again, I'll show you how to do this. I'll navigate through this with you quickly. I don't need to go into too much detail, but I just want to show you how you would do a trade in this info video. So essentially over here, you come into this will show you your pairs. the percentages that you can see down the side are basically how much the broker is currently paying. Now, this changes throughout the day based on what exchange is open across the world, what time frame you're in, things like that. So, you know, obviously, trading on a pair that's only paying 10%, you're not going to be doing that. It's bad returns. Whereas something like here, you know, 70%, 80%, fantastic. Let's just go for the sake of this one, New Zealand to the US dollar. I'll add that here. That loads that up. That's the pair here. So then when I go back to my Aussie, my trading view here, I get the same one, which is NZD USD, and we'll see the same pair here and here, right? Now, again, I've done no chart analysis at all, none whatsoever. I'm just looking at this now currently. Cool. I'm going to add a quick little trade, $100. Now, once I hit this, boom. Now I've hit lower. Now I'm selling this pair. So right now, all right, that's activated the trade. I've activated it for 2 minutes. Probably should have done it less. That doesn't matter. No rule analysis, just looked at it for half a second. After 2 minutes, and that's now at 140, if this price stays lower than the price that I entered at, which you can see it currently is, it's falling down, right? Then I will be profiting $180 from my initial $100 trade. So I'll be actually profiting $80 because of the percentage we saw at the start. This particular pair was going to be paying $80. Now, I'm going to let that go. We'll come back in a minute and we'll see how that goes. It seems to be going pretty well at the moment. Now, once you've gotten through all the education videos, this is what's really cool. And as I said, this is where it's really important that you keep your membership active, and why I keep my membership active. Once you've gotten through the Academy program, you then click Go Live. Now, Go Live is, again, like Netflix, but for traders. And it's live subscription based. As I said, the educators come on. They're all 6-figure, 7-figure traders from around the world. You'll come in here, you click HFX, because that's the one that we're doing. That'll then open up the timetable. As you can see, here's some of the educators that we've got here that all come on throughout the times, throughout the week, where you can jump onto their live call. Now, also here, we'll show some people that are currently live right now. But if I was to go on someone's here, we'll show you ones that we recommend for you to go with, which you'll come back to. But if we go, just say, for example, Matthew here, click on this one. If he was live right now, this video would start playing automatically and it'd be his screen talking, just like this Zoom, like you're watching now. Good thing is you can ask questions. You can type in the box here. They can ask any questions instantly. Fantastic. You can get some direct feedback. Let me just go back and check this trade because we'll be almost to the end, which we did. We got up. Fantastic. So as you can see there, trade amount $100 will result in $80 profit, which has been added to our account. So in less than 2 minutes, I just made $80. So powerful, right? Now, same thing, if I was to do $1,000 trade, right? It's $800 profit. Bang. When was the last time you hit $800 in 2 minutes, right? Now, I try one thing as well, right? When it comes to trading, it's so ridiculously psychological. It's very important, and we have a huge emphasis on personal development. Half the reason why I've been able to pick up trading so fast and transition into full-time trading is because I did spend a lot of time doing personal development in the lead up to this, right? So being able to not chase your losses, not turning this into a bloody gambling addiction, all right? And also being disciplined. And we show you structures, we show you a compound interest sheet, we show you ways how you can basically be very, very strategic in being able to make sure that we stick to the plan, and doubling your money and compounding it on itself, therefore getting your results faster. As we know, a penny doubled a day, you know, over 30 days is a lot of money compared to just getting $1 a day, $1 a day, right? Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but we show you how to do all this stuff. Right. So coming back to the Go Live, as I said, that'll be playing live. Now, if for whatever reason you can't get on their live calls, fantastic, because every session that he's ever done stays on the platform as a recorded session that you can come back to, click that, it's going to start playing, right? Also, favorite sessions, we'll show you some educators that we recommend that you go watch that best align with the type of training methods, and saying they also have favorite sessions. So you've got all those online educators that can come through, and that honestly, guys, I swear, is honestly worth the cost of admission. Because, for example, some of these guys, Matthew Thayer, even Evan Cabal, they show you their live trading account, which have $4 or $5 million, right? And when they're entering a trade, they're entering 160, 360s. I've seen up to $450,000 trades going live, right? Being that the profit ends up being 80 to 90% of that, right? So substantial amounts of money. Right. So then from there, once you have obviously successfully grown a demo account, because that's important as well. It's important for me to know and for you to know that you are actually growing your demo account. You're getting successful with your trades, making 9 out of 10 trades right every single time. And the methods that we show based on the formulas that we use, and I haven't spoken about them, you're going to learn them throughout the process and through my mentoring. The formulas that we use, the indicators that we use, we are literally getting 9 out of 10 trades. And for me right now, I'm currently on about 25 in a row. And this is awesome. This has been really, really fantastic because it just takes a lot of the guesswork out when you follow the process and just understand the methods that are used. And it's simple, 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 simple. I promise you it's very, very simple, right? Now, that is pretty much everything that I want to talk about in terms of the platform side of things. Come and speak to me when it comes to pricing and things like that. It's 174.95. That's USD. So depending on whatever the conversion usually is in Aussie, anywhere between $200 to $215, $20. Depends again on the Australian dollar, right? Because it is an American company, so it's in USD. That's month to month, no locking contracts. Very simple. I still pay that, guys. So, like just because I do this stuff and recommend it doesn't mean I get it for free. I still have to pay for it as well, right? And yeah, honestly, guys, I spend most of the amount of time I spend on the computer is around about an hour for the week, the entire week, in terms of my own personal trading by just following these systems and these platforms. I get my trades. I usually do no more than 4 to 5 trades in an evening. And that's only 3 days a week because they're not open on Mondays. The rest of the time I get to live my life, and life is pretty damn good at the moment, right? But I do want to stress back on the mindset of things, right? With our little Australian community that we're growing and my trading organization now, which is getting vastly big, we're almost up to 200 students now within my organization across all of Australia, and we've got some internationals as well. We've created our own little community of online calls. So pretty much every night we have some kind of online information call, whether it be personal development, whether it be about this HFX. We might just do some live trading where we all get together and do some live calls and, say enter now. So we all enter at the same time. And also business workshops. We also have leadership ones as well, and just general, like I said, mindset, which is really, really important. So and that's no extra cost. Like that's all just part of this. I've decided to make that, with the guys, with the other leaders, because we just want to give as much value to you guys as you possibly can, because it's not just about making money. It's about improving your quality of life across all areas of life, right? Because in reality, we can make money pretty easy, right? But if you're a shit person and you just go out and you make more money, guess what? You're still a shit person. But the thing is, we want to create more leaders. I genuinely, because I know what it's done for me, believe that this is a solution that everyone needs to learn. You don't need to become a full-time trader. I don't expect you to do that. But if you're able to learn how to make, as I showed you there, an extra $80, right? But increase your size. So you might have done $100, a $400 trade. So therefore it's more. But if I can show you how to make your weekly wage in one day, would you not think that that would be something that's suitable to be able to get some more quality back into your life? Reduce the hours at work, and be able to go to the kids, see the kids more, be able to do more stuff with your kids, right? And that's just all I really care about, is to be able to improve people's quality of life, to create better leaders, and to create more people out there who will be able to not have to keep working their ass off for 10, 15 years for a $5 pay increase, for like your 2-3 little holiday weeks in a year, to just go and forget, to live, to work Monday to Friday, hate what it is that you do, to get your 2 days off, to think about, or to just kind of forget about all your problems, to then Monday comes around, you hate what you're doing again, right? So as I said, I do genuinely believe this is a solution that everyone needs to know, and I know how good it's been for me, right? So thank you heaps for listening. Again, just get back in contact with me. Tell me what you think about this video. If it's something that you're genuinely interested in, then by all means, hit me up. Let's get the ball rolling. I'll run you through. I'll launch you properly. I'll get you all these into these platforms. We also have a Discord group, a Telegram group. We've got lots of stuff, right? I'll make sure you're in all those systems. You've got everything installed. You start working your way through the education platform. And this is really codependent on you. The faster you can get through the education videos and the modules, the faster you open your demo account, the faster you understand and grasp the concepts, the faster you can get to the point of making 80 bucks, 100 bucks, $1,000 in 2 minutes, right? That's what's been really, really cool. And because you can also change those time slots. It doesn't have to be a 2-minute trade, guys. I've got minute 30 there. You can go 1 minute, the least you can go a minute, the most you can go is, a day, whatever it is, right? But anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you got a heap of value from that. Again, hit me up if you've got any questions, and I'll speak to y'all soon. Make sure, be the change, guys, that you want to see in this world. Take care. Bye-bye. Love ya.